With details on a shocking return and more, this is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Touching on how the CW network feels about Ethan Page on NXT, this was said in the Wrestling Observer newsletter. The CW loves Ethan Page and want to use him in as many promotions as possible. He did a ton of media and was the WWE rep at a NASCAR race on CW. CW loves how well he does media. Page and Ricky Saints are still on the main roster radar as far as the next call-ups. Talking about his and Matt Hardy's appearance at Summerslam, Jeff Hardy noted during the recap show, "I was looking so forward to seeing the ladder match tomorrow when I watched it back because we did an appearance today and we were going to be on a flight tonight. But getting to see it live in the front row was incredible. So yeah, we didn't have time. We got here right before the show started." Matt Hardy added, "Yeah, this was a last minute sort of, hey guys, if you're still in town, come for the show. Yes, it happened today." Mentioning how he doesn't see himself as the face of WWE, Cody Rhodes told First Take, "I really love the fact that anybody might say face of the company, but I don't consider it personally. I think of it more as a team. You've got Rhea Ripley, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. I think the moment I actually officially call myself the face of the company is probably the time I fade out. So I like to think it's more of a team effort that we're doing here." Rhodes was also asked why he didn't see himself ever being in that role in the past, as he replied, "Oh, slow learner for one, slow learner, and I had all the great teachers. But this is going to sound real surface level. I also don't think I was buff enough. I don't think I was jacked up enough. Yeah, you can't be the face of the company or champion if you look like you're bagging groceries. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that's a terrible answer by today's standards, but it's just real. If I look back at it, I think I needed to fill out a little bit more. Who knows? Probably a lot deeper stuff than that." Giving his thoughts on WWE Unreal, Randy Orton said this on Maggie and Perloff, "The old school in me doesn't love it, but I had to learn over the last few years especially, you gotta change with the times. But there's a part of me that also misses just the magic. When I was a kid, the number one thing that people would ask my father and kids at school would ask me, is it real? Is it real? I think there's a large amount of fans out there that are very curious and they want to know behind the scenes and how we do what we do and make it look so effortless. My job is to go out there in that ring and get you to kind of suspend your belief and make you believe that what you're seeing, that there's real emotion behind it." Revealing who knew about his hair-cutting segment on Raw, R-Truth told Ringer Wrestling, "Nobody knew about it except I asked Triple H that day. He did a double take. What did you say? It's business. That was my trademark. Life is all about we live, we learn, we evolve, and adapt. That's your trademark. Why do you want to do it?" I said, "It's time. We don't have nothing but time for time. We have to make time for time." I said, "It's time. Can I do it tonight? I want to do it on TV. Why? I feel I need to do it." DeMario, he was like, "Bro, they just told me to get you some scissors. What are you doing?" The look he gave me, he didn't believe I was going to do it. When I did it, when I knew I was going to do it, that ain't where my powers are. I saw somebody post, he lost his powers. That's BS. My essence is being me. They fell in love with me, not this hair. This is me. This hair is just to let y'all know. I don't need that. That doesn't represent who I am. It gave you a visual of who I look like, but they fell in love with me. It was me proving myself. I don't need this. I just need y'all, and I'm back because of y'all. We're fitting to reinvent, adapt, and drive. During SummerSlam, a fight broke out between fans in attendance in this video. Asked about Brock Lesnar returning at SummerSlam and if there had been conversations about who should face John Cena next, Triple H noted during the post-show, "When you're doing this, you know you have a finite number of dates and big matches and incredible things you want to do, and you want to get to the majority of them, but you cannot get to every single one of them. But as I said in the beginning, for me, this is John Cena's wish list. John Cena's, it is him writing the last chapter of his book, and I think people saw a conversation where he said he would have to screw up pretty badly to ruin his career. But it's not about that for me. It's about John being able to go out the way he wants to and to write his final chapter. I know what that is like as a performer, so it's one of the very first things I said to him. What do you want and how? And we are working through that." Also at SummerSlam, it appears a fan tried to approach Triple H.
And it's once again your WWE champion. It only gets bigger and better.
Asked how she feels about the allegations against Vince McMahon in the sex trafficking lawsuit, former WWE star Shelly Martinez told Monty and the Pharaoh, "So this is, but here's the thing, when a person takes money for a transaction, in your mind, and I'm not saying this as fact, I'm just asking, doesn't that kind of nullify everything? You brought up Sable, right? That whole thing went on, and Sable took money and then came back. Janelle Grant, she was taking money, and when the money ran out, she's back. So is there a point where people lose credibility when they take money? Yes, and here's the thing. Not only is this not new in wrestling, in entertainment in general, this is nothing new. And you don't even have to be in entertainment. If you're rich, these things happen. You've got the Janelle Grants and other people like that on your payroll or whatever. That's just how it is. To me, if people are consenting to it, even if the acts are horrible, I still feel for people who have to live with trauma from decisions they made because they felt it was what they needed to do. Everyone has their threshold. I kind of have a strong opinion on this because whether I was just a model, actress, young girl in Hollywood, or in wrestling, I've had so many opportunities to take money, be in situations, be taken care of, but I had a choice and I didn't do it. I'm not judging people who do because to me, it just wasn't worth it. I'm very aware of how things work, and that's why it annoys me when these things become big scandals or gotcha exposés, because a lot of times people knew what the deal was and they were okay with it at the time. That sucks, but that's the reality. And it ends up hurting women, people who are in bad situations they didn't choose, who aren't down, and then when something happens to them, they get dismissed as liars. It hurts people who really need help, people who didn't want to be in those situations, but were offered hush money afterward. That's not the same thing as being part of something willingly and then changing the story later. If you don't want to do it, you're off the payroll. That's different, and it pisses me off, because it makes people not want to speak up, especially women. And then when you do speak up, you get labeled or judged unfairly. So when the Janelle Grant thing came out, I was like, so what exactly did he do that was illegal? I'm not saying what he did wasn't creepy. Morality is one thing, legality is another. That's all I'm saying. As Brock Lesnar returned to WWE at SummerSlam, details on this were provided by Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio. 4 weeks ago, WWE Legal cleared Lesnar. As far as why, I don't know. And that's something to speculate on, because there's a lot of stuff. Obviously, everything relates to the JANEL Grant lawsuit, and WWE Legal is either confident that their thing goes to arbitration and Lesnar's not a factor at that point, or they're close to a settlement and at that point Lesnar's not a factor, or somebody there just had a change of mind. I don't know which one of those it is. I do know everyone figured this out, but I can tell you also factually that the reason they didn't do the press conferences was because of this angle. Ringside News added, Brock Lesnar's return at SummerSlam Night 2 wasn't just a surprise for fans. It was one of WWE's most tightly guarded secrets in recent memory. The company reportedly flew Lesnar into New Jersey the night before the show under the cover of darkness and kept him completely hidden all day. Even WWE's own writing team wasn't clued in. There had been backstage talk of a surprise for the event, but almost no one knew what it was. When Lesnar's music hit after Cody Rhodes defeated John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship, the MetLife Stadium crowd erupted in chants of "Holy sh" as the Beast stormed the ring. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.